But I have to be honest, I really don't see what's wrong with calling somebody a Karen. I
think it's easy for you to say, Carlos, but let's just say that the new buzzword for any man that was doing bad stuff was Carlos. Hey, look, there's a Carlos over there making sure that my kids can't skate in the skate park. You would hate it, Carlos. I didn't think this conversation was going to get heated, but the fact is, I would represent you and a group of Carloses if you came to me, and of course, if the check cleared, just like all the checks cleared for Karens across this nation.
To the Top is brought to you by our friends, the Realty Medics. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in properties, allow the Realty Medics to be your stockbroker for real estate. Check them out at therealtymedics.com.
Hello and welcome to another edition of To The Top. I'm your host, Carlos Alberto Navarro. To The Top is a show that makes you think, makes you laugh, whatever it may be. And today's a goodie. I saw this gentleman on the news. He was on every news channel. And I said to my producer, Billy, shout out to Billy, that I would love to get this guy on the show. He hooked it up. He got this next guest away from CNN, away from Fox News, and I'm so glad that he's on To The Top because he has something very important he would like to say. I would like to introduce you to attorney at law, Don T. Washington.
Thank you for having me on your program, Carlos. It's a pleasure to be here.
Mr. Washington, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, Carlos, I've been practicing law here in South Texas for over 27 years. I've seen more cases than you can shake a dead cat at. I love this great country, and I'm here to protect those maligned groups and marginalized groups to make sure that they have a say in this new world and make sure that the social unrest doesn't forget about this particular group of people.
Awesome. Now, what is the reason that you're on the show today?
Well, Carlos, there is a pandemic, if you will. And I'm not talking COVID-19 because by many people's accounts, that's not even a real thing. What I'm talking about is the Karen pandemic.
Okay. What is the Karen pandemic? And I guess I could call it the Karen-demic?
The Karen pandemic is really all across our nation, and it's getting out of hand. The fact of the matter is, good people with the name Karen are being maligned by bad people with non-Karen names. So I'm representing a group of over 37 different Karens all across this great nation. Now, I know what you may be thinking, that I'm here to represent the fake Karens of the world. And when I mean fake, I'm talking about people that their names are not actually Karen, but are being labeled Karen. The Misties of the world, the Ambers of the world, the Amys of the world, the non-Karens being labeled as Karens, bringing down the good Karen name.
Wow. So how did you get involved with this?
I was contacted about a couple months ago by a very perturbed, upset Karen. Her name is Karen Morris, and she's out of Oregon. She's a good woman. But what she keeps seeing in the news and on social media is people calling someone a Karen who is not a Karen. They may be a Melissa. They may be a Nicole. They may be a Agnolia.
Agnolia, that's a beautiful name.
Which was my grandmother's name. My point is this. The name Karen is being dragged through the mud. It's being besmirched on. It's being trampled on. It's being just so beaten down that a good name like Karen cannot even be given anymore to a sweet little baby girl. And it's wrong. The name Karen is featured in the Bible. It's a good Christian name. You got Mary, Joseph, Karen, a bunch of other names. And now the name Karen is worse than calling someone the N-word.
Oh, wait a second. I don't know. What's the N-word?
Well, the N-word, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not for it. And neither are the Karens I'm representing, the 37 Karens who have formed a group. And the group that I'm representing is called Karen.
Thank you so much for checking out the monsters on YouTube. Now, if you want to watch the rest of this video, just click on the link in the description and head on over to the To The Top YouTube page. Make sure to subscribe. And if you want to hear the podcast, you can find that on the iHeartRadio app, iTunes, anywhere you hear podcasts, you can find the To the Top Never Stop podcast. The links are also below in the description of this video. Today will be a great day. To the top, never stop.